Hello and welcome to Tarot Heaven, my YouTube series. This is, I am Laurel from tarotheaven.com, and today I want to discuss the Strength card and who that is as a person. This is commonly called a signifier or a significator, and it can be used to answer that burning question after we go on a job interview: what did they think of me? So let's begin. Strength card, like keywords here, just energetic, magnanimous, charming. They're very fashionable, very dapper. Love that word. They're very powerful people, actually. If you have enough power to tame a lion, you're pretty powerful, yeah? And she's just doing it with roses, so that takes some power. It's like, I don't know if you guys read about that in the New York Times. This boy falls into the lion's den at the zoo, and naturally his father jumped in the lion pit. But somebody, thank God, had a laurel wreath with roses all around it, threw it into the den, and was saved. The boy was saved. His name was David, and father got eaten, unfortunately. But the little boy was saved. He picked up the wreath, put it on his head. I'm just kidding. Tarot is very serious. There's no joking around in tarot. People, we've got to be serious. All right, now I'm going to continue. All right. The strength person, very energetic and magnanimous. They're the type of person, when you walk into a room, you notice them and they want to be noticed. They dress well, they groom themselves well, and they want a mate or a partner that also dresses well and looks well. They could absolutely be an actor or a dancer or a singer, because they want to be in the center stage. They also make really good diplomats. They can be very diplomatic, and that's the positive side of strength. They have a negative side, and if you some people who fall under this, and it'll probably come up in a reading reversed or ill-dignified. This is the type of person that likes to yell a lot, and we all know someone like this, and they just, you get into some discussion, it becomes heated, and the person just starts yelling, and they just keep yelling, and like maybe they make you like a slam the hands down on the table kind of thing. And I know, me personally, I just walk away from people like this. I'm like, you're yelling, and that's a sign that I think you're crazy. So I'm just going to get up from the table and walk away. And then the person who's yelling thinks they won the argument, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's fine. You can think you won. Pretty easygoing. But that's the shadow side of strength. And that's somebody who doesn't have the that kundalini energy that strength represents tamed. They have not cultivated those roses. They don't even understand the meaning of what those five, or what the roses mean. Roses are human cultivation. There's no such thing as the roses we see in floral shops growing in nature. Man cultivated that. Original roses that grow in nature have 5 petals, and they, I believe, are a pinkish red hue. So that's why you see in tarot constantly these beautiful roses, and they're red, and red represents desire, because you have to have a desire to do something, to cultivate something. So there's a lot of deeper symbolism in tarot that you're probably very unaware of. But the strength person has obviously cultivated this energy, this kundalini energy that rests at the base of the spine. And it all works together, because see, Leo rules the spine, and Kundalini energy starts at the base of the spine. Strength rules over the sense of taste. So people like this are usually foodies. They like to eat. They can have a tendency to gain weight. It's a negative aspect. But taste will invoke a sense of memory with them, or they love exotic foods, so it may evoke a memory of a past life. And they love to wine and dine you. If you're dating somebody who falls into the strength as a person or archetype, they're definitely going to want to eat out a lot, and they're going to want to go to nice restaurants and eat well. I would not say that the strength person likes to cook. I would say they're the type of person who's like, we should hire a chef, because that happens all the time. But they may like gardening, because you can see from outside that you can see in the picture that she's outside. So I could see them gardening a lot and they want to garden, especially fruits and vegetables and things. And again, I think it also goes back to cultivating the roses. This is somebody who's mastered human cultivation, which is why I guess they're very good at diplomatic endeavors. Yeah, because they know what to say and when to say it, and though they're very charming and they can be very talkative as well. That card also, really brings up the word power. And I hate the word power because it can mean so many things to so many different people. And I don't know why in English we only have really one word here for power, and it's overused. I looked it up. There's literally 7 different variations of the word power. When I use the word power in connection with strength, I'm talking about the Kundalini power. The type of person who is associated with strength may have cultivated this Kundalini energy, but if they've not gotten that far in their spiritual growth, which is perfectly normal, as a society, our collective consciousness, we're still working towards that, let's all have a Kundalini experience. So the strength person, will find other ways to have that energy cultivated. Like, they're not hot-tempered. They can be hot-tempered, but if they have control over their emotional side, they are not hot-tempered. Strength is ruled by Leo and exalted in Neptune, and that really balances out that Neptunian energy. So you have a very idealistic person, but a person who's very realistic about things. This makes a great lover or boyfriend or girlfriend or wife or whatever, because they are very passionate in love, and they are ardent in love, and they have tenacity in love, but they're grounded and realistic about love, because a Neptunian energy can be very mutable and dreamy. So you bring in that Leo, and it finds its highest expression, and they're very idealistic about love, but yet dreamy, which is that's like perfect, right? They're charming, they're very romantic. Just want to recap again. Strength is energetic. They're magnanimous, magnetic, charming, fashionable. I wouldn't say fashion forward. That would be more like death. The death persona or archetype would be more fashion forward or eccentric. But this is more fashionable, black tie events, glitz and glam. They're extroverted, happy-go-lucky people. They excel in careers that draw in powerful people in leadership positions. This is the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, or an actor or an actress are also good cards, good placements for this card. you know, they definitely want power out of life. They want sophistication. They want to make a name for themselves. They appear larger than life to some people. They dress for the time that they're in, so they're definitely, you know, they're the type, even if they're a man, they would flip through the pages of their wives' fashion magazines. They would even know the fashion designers. You know, they're the type that would go to New York Fashion Week and know all the fashion designers. They definitely have a radiant glow to them, and that comes from this inner confidence inside of them that sort of, it comes out from the outside. They probably sit on the board of a few organizations because they know that that's going to draw in powerful people. They're very naturally diplomatic. A strength person usually has a great relationship with their family, and they usually, if they don't have children, they adore their nephews and their nieces, and they'll spoil them, or they'll spoil their children. You know, and generous. They're very generous. Magnanimous. I mentioned magnanimous. That's really what generous. Those are synonyms. And they probably inspire children. Again, they can inspire people to do all sorts of things. They know what your talents are and might encourage you to do that. Unlike some parents who vicariously live through their daughter, trying to get her to play violin for years when she doesn't want to play it, you know. I don't know, whoever does that's just crazy. I let her quit, okay? So thank you for watching my video, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. I'm going to talk about the Hermit as a person, which is a very interesting card to get as a person. And no, you do not have to be an old guy with a lantern to be like the Hermit. All right, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and I will get through the major arcana and then work on the courts as people. So, all right, I love you so much. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye. Do you want this mug? I'll send you a mug.